Hello. Hello, welcome to my channel. I've literally been thinking about doing this channel for, I can't even tell you how long. Anyway, irrelevant. And here I am. I haven't got a fucking clue what I'm doing, but I'm here, I'm doing it. I thought the easiest thing to do for like a first video would be a Q&A. So I asked you on my Instagram to give me some questions, and you did. I got 11 questions, buzzing with that. They're all very different. I didn't want them to just be like all mental health related, so as you know, I've already got a blog. My blog is very mental health orientated, it's lifestyle related, so I wanted it to be different, I guess. So I wrote all my questions down in my little book. I had time to think about any of them, to be honest. Question 1. What inspired you to start a blog, and what is your favourite thing about it? So the thing that inspired me to start a blog was when I went counselling. So I did some counselling last year, and one of the sessions I had to write a letter. Now I had to write this letter to someone to say everything that I was feeling, everything that was going on in my head. Would never ever be shared, but I had to write everything down, and then my next counselling session I had to read the letter out to my counsellor. It was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I couldn't speak, I was crying that much, it was just, oh, it was awful. But it got us thinking after. I felt so much better after I'd written everything down, and I thought, what can I do to get everything out of my system, you know? Where I think when you struggle with anxiety and you struggle with mental health, you keep everything bottled in, and you've got so many thoughts in your head, you've got so many things that you want to say, but you don't know how to say it, you don't know where to put it, you don't know what to do. You don't want to annoy your friends by keep going on about certain things. So I started writing things down, and I mean like physically writing with pen and paper. I started writing things down, and then I started writing things in my notes as well. Even if it was just things that I was feeling on a certain day, I would write it down, and I felt like it was just released straight away. Like I would write it and I would feel so much better because I felt like I've got it out. Even though I haven't told anyone, I haven't like ranted to somebody, or I haven't spoke about it with somebody else. I've literally just written it down, and that's it, done, gone. So I spoke to some of my friends about it, and I was like, it really helps writing things down, blah blah blah, like I think I'm going to start a blog. And they were like, oh my god, yes you should, like you definitely should, like you've been through quite a lot, you should, it's definitely something that you should do. So I did. That's what inspired us to start a blog. From that one counselling session when I had to write a letter, from then just writing stuff down. I write stuff down all the time. I put stuff in my notes all the time. You'll know if you read my blog, I'm always writing things, I'm always writing blog posts. It might not be that interesting, but to me it's like a release. It's somewhere where I can go and I can write things down, and I guess it's like a diary. But I'm sharing it with other people, I guess in the hopes that other people might feel the same. I guess somebody will benefit from it, and I've had so many lovely messages from people saying, oh my god, I feel exactly the same, oh my god, this happened to me, oh my god, I can't believe that's actually happened to you, that's happened to me as well. Like it's crazy, like when you think about mental health and you think about the different ways that it affects people, you think that nobody's like you. The thoughts that you have in your head, you think nobody else will be thinking that it's me, there's something wrong with me, but actually in fact so many people feel exactly the same. So yeah, I love my little blog. I started my little blog in March and it's done so well. So yeah, that's what inspired us to do my blog, and that, I guess my favourite thing about it is seeing all of the lovely messages from people saying, even if it's just a comment that says, I love this blog post, I get buzzing. Like, I'm like, oh my god, really, like, I've wrote that, that's something that I've done. And especially the ones that I write about mental health where people can relate, that to me is just the nicest thing ever. Question number 2. How do you deal with taking antidepressants? So I don't anymore. I stopped taking them about 2 months ago. I took them for about a year. I think it was just after a year I started to come off them. When you first start taking them, brutal, absolutely awful. Like, I took sertraline, so I started with 50 milligrams of sertraline, and the first 2 weeks the side effects of sertraline are you feel more anxious, you feel more depressed, you're tired, and you feel sick, like all of that. And I felt all of that. It was horrible. So I was already in this really bad place where I was feeling really anxious, I was feeling really depressed. It was horrible, and it was just heightened like 20 times more. I can't explain it, but it's awful. And then after that 2 weeks I started to feel a little bit better. I was like picking myself up, it was good. Obviously I was still really anxious, I was going through a really shit time, but they really do help. Now they say that it's kind of all in your mind, and I don't know if it is, to be honest. I don't think I'll ever really know, because at that time they helped, and now that I don't take them I'm fine. But is it all in your mind? I don't really know. I would say it was around January time I had to up them to, so that was in July, and then January I had to up them to 100 milligrams because, I don't know, I had a bit of a turn for the worse. I was feeling more depressed, I was feeling more anxious. So I went back to the doctors and she gave us 100 milligrams and she said, you know, just see how you go, see if it helps, and it did. But one of my biggest goals for this year was to either reduce them back down to 50 milligrams or come off them altogether, and I have. I've come off them altogether. I feel absolutely fine. In terms of dealing with being on them, it is hard because you don't want to be that person that's taking antidepressants. You know, you don't want to be relying on something to make you feel better. But it's one of those things. Mental health is so important, and your own mental health is so important, that if there's something there that can make you better and can make you like temporarily feel better until you are in the right headspace to make yourself better, then do it. I was really scared to start taking them. I thought, oh, I don't want to be addicted to them, I don't want to rely on them, but they're there to help you, and they wouldn't be there if they weren't there to help. So yeah, it is hard to deal with, to accept the fact that you need medication in a sense to make you happy. Next question is, what is your favourite go-to thing to do when you're having a rubbish day? I'm queen of Sundays. Sundays are my favourite days ever. Now I know that's not related to have a rubbish day, but if I was having a particularly rubbish day, so i.e. for me that would be feeling really anxious, I would go out for a walk. I love going for a walk, the fresh air, just the light, just everything. I love going for walks, and I find that it really helps clear my mind. So I would go for a walk, I would have a nice bath, a nice hot bubble bath, maybe put like some Redox in there or bath bomb. I would just like not make any plans. So I think sometimes when you're having a rubbish day, or if you're feeling particularly anxious, people say keep busy or doing stuff, but sometimes if you're feeling anxious, you can't, like you physically can't get up and keep busy. I do like to write a list, so if you read my blog you'll know I fucking love a list. But if I'm feeling particularly rubbish, I might write a list of things that I want to do that day. They're not particularly good things. It might be, I want to make my bed, or I want to have a shower. Those things are relatively easy things, so I might get up and have a shower, and then I can take that off my list. It keeps your mind active. It does keep you busy in a sense, even though they're not massive things. It does keep your mind somewhere else, so you haven't got those thoughts in your head, you haven't got those feelings. But I would just chill out. Like, you don't always have to be 100 miles an hour, you don't always have to be doing something. Sometimes it's best to just sit and just, I don't know, watch Netflix, watch a crime documentary, I love a crime documentary, watch a BBC documentary, I love one of those, sit and have a cup of tea, I love one of those. Like, anything that you think will make you feel better, just do it. You don't have to answer to anybody, just do what you want to do that day, just go at your own pace. I would really recommend though writing a list of things, writing a list of things that you want to do. It really helps get you through that day, and then tomorrow you'll probably feel 100 times better. Right, next question is, what is something that you have learned in the past month? I don't know, what have I learned in the past month? That I can be happy by myself. It's taken a while, in all honesty it has. It's taken a really long time to really, like, I wouldn't say enjoy my own company, because I do like my own company. I like just chilling by myself and just doing my own thing. But I think where you always rely on somebody, for example, when you're in a relationship, you've got that other person, you've got that safe place, and where I haven't had that for such a long time, I'm used to it now and I'm fine, I'm absolutely fine. But it really is like, I can't describe it, it's like, it's such a good feeling when you realise that you're fine on your own and you're actually happy. Yeah, I would say, yeah, that's what I've noticed in the past month. I've learned that I'm fine by myself and I'm okay. Next question is, would you rather go back or forward in time? Back, 100,000%. Who realistically wants to go forward? That's closer to dying, really, and getting old. Yeah, I would 110,000% go back in time. I would probably go back to 2013. That was like my prime time. 2013, I had the blondest hair, I was the skinniest I've ever been. I just absolutely loved life. I think I was about, how old was I? How old am I now? I'm 26 now. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, so 6 years ago. So I was 20. So I was like 19, 20 years old. I went eyeing up by that year with the girls. That was my favourite time, 2013. So if I could go back, that's where I would go. Next question is, have you ever had a situation where you've realised who your true friends are and had to back off from them? If so, how did you deal with it and how did you approach it? So, I fell out with a few people over the years. It's a tough one because you don't, people that you grow up with and people that you're friends with, or people that you call your best friends, whoever, you don't have any intentions to not speak to them again. You don't ever think that you're not going to be friends with certain people anymore, and it's really hard. You miss certain people, you miss certain things, hang on to like those kind of memories. But I guess I think you know in your own heart who your true friends are. You know when something's not quite right. I'm not friends with a few people now, and some people I've just grown apart from, some people we don't really speak anymore. I want it to happen, but it does. In terms of dealing with, I think it's best to just go your separate ways. The worst thing, right, the worst thing that people can do is post things on social media. The worst, the worst, the worst, the worst. Everyone is guilty, right? Everyone, if someone tells me that they haven't, they're lying, right? Everybody has been guilty some way or another in posting something on social media about someone else or gain someone else's attention. It happens, people have done it, we've all done it. But I think as you get older you realise that it's just not worth it. Like, I have been through like quite a lot over the last few years, and I think the worst thing that I could do is post things on social media. I love a quote, right? I love a quote. If you look at my Instagram, you'll know I love a quote. And if I'm feeling a certain type of way, you can 100% guarantee that I'm on Google looking for a quote relating to how I am feeling, and I'm posting it on Instagram. Maybe there's no caption, and then people will be like, oh, what's wrong with her? But I've learned not to do that as much now. I do post quotes about mental health, but that is relating to my blog. I would never, ever, and I've done it before and I would never do it again, write anything bad about anybody that you used to be friends with, because you used to be friends with them at that time. No need to then slag them off on Facebook or slag them off on Instagram or whatever it may be. There's just no need for it. But yeah, I don't know if that's really answered your question, because I fell out with a few people but for different reasons, and I've grew apart from some people where we've just grew apart. There isn't any really big reason behind it, but I would say if you're in that position and you're not sure really how to deal with it, number one, be honest about it with whoever it is, and number two, just don't then post things on social media or anything like that, because it's not very nice and it's draining, and people don't want to see other people whinging about somebody else. I hope that answered your question, but I don't really know if it has. I'm sorry if it hasn't. Do you have a bucket list, and if so, what is on it? I actually don't have a bucket list, and I really want a bucket list. I think I need to make a bucket list. Or I might do a blog post on that. I might do a blog post on my bucket list. Or I might do a video, who knows? I might do a YouTube video about it instead. I don't have a bucket list, but I think if I did have a bucket list, travel is the main one for me. There's so many places that I want to go, like so many places that I want to go. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Iceland, Amsterdam. I want to go to other places in the UK as well. I've never been to London, never. Yeah, I just want to travel. I just want to travel everywhere. I wish you could have like unlimited holidays at work, so you could just go. Or if I had a job traveling the world, imagine. I'd never be at home. It'd be great. Although saying that, I do love home. I'm a proper home person. I don't know if you know this or not, but a few years ago I went to Australia by myself. I went to Australia for 8 months and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I was supposed to be there for a year, but I came home after 8 months because I just missed home. I missed my friends, I missed my family. But I do love travelling, so I love holidays. But I would always come home. Like if I retired, I would never retire somewhere else in the world. I would always retire here. So as much as I love travelling and I love being out and about, and I love going on trains, on planes, not so much in the car, but I love just travelling and I love being in the airport. The airport excites us more than anything else, or being in the train station as well. So yeah, if I did have a bucket list, travelling would 110% be on there. I don't really know what else would be on there. That sounds really boring, doesn't it? I think I need to have a good think. That'll be my next task. I'll sit and have a good think, and I'll write a bucket list of things that I want to do, and I'll see if I can make my way through the list. Do you want kids in the future? Absolutely. I love kids. A lot of my friends have got kids. A lot of my friends are married, engaged, pregnant, already got kids, and here's me just living that life. But yeah, in all seriousness, no, I do want children. I would like 2 children. Ideally, if you could choose. I'm well aware that you can't, but if you could choose, I would have a boy first. I love kids, definitely want children. what is next. If you could meet anyone, dead or alive, who would it be and why? Now people are going to think I'm really pathetic, right? And I think my closest friends will know who I'll say straight away. But like, I'm not really big into like actors and like really like huge celebrities and like, oh my god, I would meet Michael Jackson, or oh my god, I would meet, I don't know. But mine would be Drake, always. Always Drake. And the last question, if you could go back in time and change one event, what would it be and why? I don't really like to have regrets with things. I don't really like to, I'm saying I don't really like to dwell on things too much. I'm the biggest dweller you'll ever meet. I'm the biggest overthinker you will ever meet as well, so I don't even know why I've just said that. But I think I can't choose one particular event, but I think I would go back to maybe when I was like 21, 22, 23ish, and I would just absolutely do everything with my friends, like just go out, just have so much fun. Like I went through a phase of my life where I really struggled with my mental health and I didn't really do much. Like, I mean, now I'm a little bit older, I feel like a fucking fossil, but like I didn't really like go out, I didn't really do much. I think from the age of like 17 to 20, I and my friends like we had so much fun, like so many good memories, and I think I would go back and do that again. Like I would go back to probably when I was like 22, 23, and I would just really enjoy life, like travel more, like go on more holidays. Like I spent so much time just going to work, going home, going to the gym or whatever. Like I didn't enjoy life as much as I should have, and if I had done that then, but it's one of those things, I don't really regret it, you know. Like I've got things coming up with my friends that I'm looking forward to for like the rest of this year and next year, so I am doing stuff and I am learning to just enjoy myself and just do things in the moment really. But yeah, that's all for the questions. I've been like the most nervous upon nervous about doing this video because number one, I worry too much about what other people think. I worry that people are going to be like, oh my god, what you doing a video? But I thought the same about my blog, and my blog's doing really well. And I don't know, I love writing stuff down, as I said earlier, and my blog, I love it, but I feel like there's a little bit more that I can do. So I think for some people it's easier for them to sit and watch a video for half an hour than it is for them to sit and read a blog. So I thought I would give it a go. If you've seen on my blog, I'm thinking about, I've got a Primark haul coming soon, so it's autumn. Autumn is my absolute favourite time of year. I've got a Primark haul coming soon. I was thinking about maybe doing a video on it, so let us know if you would like to see that. But yeah, I guess that's all really. Thank you very much for watching. And I haven't decided yet, but you might see another video. Bye.